All right, greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome back to Chiodo Movie Talk. Movie Talk for you, the movie fans. Of course, I'm Dom Chiodo. I'm sweating. I'm underneath these lights. I've been attempting to do this video 4 times now, and actually, this is the 5th. So, yes, but we have a special guest. Not special, but, I mean, he's a guest. Originally, I tried doing this by myself, and it wasn't working, so we're starting over, right? And this is the last time, I promise. So let's go ahead and introduce him. Let's pull him up on the screen here. My man. Oh, no. Whoops. Wow, that's so bad. See, something tells me I shouldn't have had a show today, Gabe. So let's go ahead and pull him up. Boom. There he is. He's now added to the group. So I don't have to push buttons now and jump back between you and me, so we both are in the same screen at the same time. I finally figured out how to do that. Gabe, how are you? How's life?
Hey, life is life. It's rough for everybody right now.
Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that the truth? Okay. So anyone that was watching is not watching anymore because we cut the last show short. All right, so let's go into topic number 1. And I'm kind of excited about this, like I said in the last time I recorded it, but I'll say it again. All right, and topic number 1 has to deal with Halloween Kills. 2018's Hollywood ignored the franchise's sequels and directly followed up on John Carpenter's original 1978 classic. We saw Laurie Strode, who was still struggling with trauma 40 years after being attacked by Michael Myers, and how that affected her relationship with her daughter Karen and her granddaughter Allison. Danny McBride is writing the trilogy alongside David Gordon Green, and recently provided details on its story, saying, "It takes place the same night, picking up where the last movie ended. Events in the film bring together a lot of characters who were in the 1978 film, who we didn't see last time. They gathered to try, once and for all, take down Michael to stop this madman. The official teaser trailer is out now, and the movie has been pushed back from October 2020 to October 2021. Gabe, we'll go to you first, and then I'll give my opinions on everything.
It should be interesting. I don't know. I feel like the last one was good enough. But if you want more of that genre and that continued story, then go for it. As long as it doesn't get repetitive, right?
Right.
That's my thing. At what point does it get too repetitive? The story, where it's the same 2-3 characters. What's this now? The 3rd movie, right?
What? No, this is.
I don't remember, dude. I'm tired today. Don't quote me on this.
No, see, if Tristan was here, she'd be,
murdering me.
Yeah, you and me both.
But listen, I don't know. Horror is not my biggest strong suit because I'm more of a thriller guy myself. But I do enjoy the Halloween movies. But I don't know. It's
I'm still listening. I'm gonna turn the air conditioning on real quick. Keep going.
I just feel like it's getting repetitive. I think you can come up with a new story, or I definitely think that there's more horror stories that you can go with or work off of. I would love to see a Gremlins movie, outdated for 2021, 22. Who would not want to see an updated Gremlins movie? Let's be honest.
Well, it's funny you say that because can you hear the fan going on in the background?
A little bit, but it's not really that loud.
How about now? Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I would love to see any more cult classic horror movies if they want to remake it for the 21st century. That'd be great.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking the audio. Look, I love I honestly, now people are probably going to hate me, but I honestly think Halloween from 2018 was a lot better than Halloween 1978. That's just me personally. I think it was great storytelling. I liked how it was updated and kind of a little more based in reality, if that, right? So, I mean, we'll see. And
like, why don't let's get like a new Hellraiser movie? Like, let's do like some shit that hasn't been done in a long time, right?
I agree.
Like, of course, like good movies like shouldn't be touched, in my opinion. Like, there's some movies that I would never be like okay with them remaking. Like Clockwork Orange, in my opinion, should never be remade. Like, that's a perfect movie. Like, but if they want to remake like Carrie, like go for it, right? Because that could definitely be made for the climate that we're in now, like pretty easily, in my opinion.
yeah.
Like, so I definitely think like there's some older movies that definitely could be reworked, but I don't know. I just feel like Halloween is just there's so many that like come up with something new. Like I'm a big fan of more of like the old cult classic like horror movies than I am of the more like new gen horror movies that we have now. Like I am not a big fan of like jump scares and all that stupid shit, in my opinion.
Right.
That's just me personally.
Yeah.
But I rather like a story that you build up on that you yourself like it induces you to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that to me, like original Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like those are movies that like you're sitting there and you're like, shit, like this shit's crazy, like that's great. Like I want to see more shit like that if we're talking like horror movies, but I feel like that I'm not a big fan of the horror genre now because I feel like it's either jump scare or like blood and guts, but like an insane amount of blood and guts that's just like it just oversaturates it. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Have a good story that makes me care about these characters. It, for example, right? Like it is like a great example. Like OG It is fantastic.
Oh yeah, that movie is incredibly fantastic.
And you're like, oh shit. Like I'd even say like the one that they remade, the first one. I haven't seen the second one, so I can't speak on that one. But like the first one, like solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me. Also, they should never remake The Shining because that movie's also perfect in my opinion.
I actually really liked Dr. Sleep. I thought that was really good. Really well.
Was it? I haven't seen it. I heard good things.
It's really good. All right, let's head on. Oh, I got the burps. Let's head on to topic number 2. And topic number 2 deals with. No, I haven't seen the first movie or the first part in the series, but maybe you have. But then again, you said horror is not really your thing. The director, who recently rebooted The Invisible Man to both critical and commercial success, has entered discussions to reboot another classic monster movie, The Wolfman. As previously reported, Ryan Gosling has been the driving force behind the reboot and will portray the Beast. According to Deadline, Wen Hall was first not too interested in the project, but after speaking with the producers, was won over. He will not write a treatment of the movie based on an original idea and inspired by the 1941 classic. Lauren Schrucker Blum and Rebecca Angelo, best known for writing Netflix's Orange is the New Black, will then write the script. Okay, so I wasn't a big fan of Orange is the New Black. I mean, the first 2 seasons were good. After that, I fell off. I stopped watching. I didn't care. I still haven't seen The Invisible Man, but I hear everything. I hear great reviews about it, and I've been trying to, sit down and watch it. But I'm really excited for The Wolfman, right? Because An American Wolf in London. You got other Wolfman movies. They're really good. I really like The Wolfman. So I would like to see where this goes, and I hope it's really well done. What are your thoughts?
If they can reimagine it to make it good now, then I'd stand by it.
Okay.
But I feel like I don't know. I'm maybe this is just me, but I think like it's I want a new story with like new actors and not just the same actors over again. Like that's just me. Like I feel like attaching like these big names to every single major like production or remake is just kind of takes away from it a little bit.
Right.
Like have some like someone new come in, do it, and then if you want to like give a throwback to the old, the OG one, that's great. Like I'm for that.
Yeah.
But like like I don't know, it seems weird to me. But like maybe that's just my opinion. But I'm definitely interested in seeing, if they do it right and then how what story they're gonna go with. Like like I'm interested in seeing like if they're just gonna do like a full on like let's just reuse the full story again, or if it's just like let's actually re-envision this into a new story, So I'm definitely interested. I think definitely once we see a trailer, we'll be able to tell more about it and whether or not we'll be willing to, whether or not we'll be disappointed with it or not.
Oh yeah. I see. Ryan Gosling is a great actor. I really like his stuff, but sometimes he can be hit or miss, and that scares me a little bit. But I really think this is a character that he can get behind and really go full throttle with it, and really, no pun intended, really beast out. So I really think this is something that will be great and will be awesome to see. All right, so let's go into our third topic. And our third topic is about Little Monsters, sticking on the monster train, right? So Universal is continuing to expand its monster universe in an interesting ways by bringing in Toy Story 4 director Josh Cooley to direct the family-friendly Little Monsters. To be clear, this is an original film and not a reboot of the Howie Mandel and Fred Savage movie. As reported by THR, The Hollywood Reporter, the movie will be a live-action hybrid with some CGI characters, featuring characters from the entire history of Universal's monster movies, based on designs by concept artist Crash McCleary. Have you ever seen any of these old school monster movies, Gabe?
Back in the day, but if you're asking me to remember them,
no. Okay, so like,
but I know, like that seems like something cool that I could get about,
Oh yeah.
because it seems like what they're just gonna like, I like the idea of like a hybrid kind of thing where it's like introducing these old classic, cult monster characters that like we all love and stuff. So it'd be interesting, who they decide to, take and not take and use. So I wonder if they'll bring in like I like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein's a great movie. Can't go wrong with Dracula.
But
yeah. So it'd be cool to see what they decide to go in.
We're supposed to get the Bride of Frankenstein. We're supposed to get her movie. When? I'm not too sure. I think that was actually supposed to be the next movie out of the gate, but for whatever reason, they're going with the Wolfman. I mean, I guess it's easier to do that set in kind of this supernatural world that we're already establishing, and it makes more sense, but I think it's very interesting, and I really can't wait to see how this, unfolds. So,
yeah.
All right.
It'd be interesting to see if they, if they also make a Frankenstein movie at the time of it too.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
It would be cool if they did like Frankenstein first and then leading into Bride of Frankenstein. But if they decide just to go straight with Bride of Frankenstein, I feel like they definitely would have to make sure that story's strong.
Yeah.
Still. So.
No, I agree. Okay. And I know this is a short show today and not a lot of information. But let's go ahead and go into our fourth and final main topic of today. And you said you got some fun little information. So let me go ahead and pull this up first. And that is, if you know by the title card, it's about the Power Rangers. Power Rangers Reboot is coming. And the reboot could be set in the same continuity as the TV shows and involved with time traveling. That means the past 28 years of stories will be all canon, and the movie will feature both an all-new team of Power Rangers made up of diverse cast members from both different racial backgrounds and the LGBT plus community. A female lead is also said to be highly likely for the reboot, according to comicbookmovie.com. Gabe, do you want to take this one away?
I'm for it. I would really like. I mean, you said you were a big fan of the 2017 one, so like that one wasn't bad. So I'd like to see how they're gonna do this. I mean, I still think that there was issues with the 2017 one that could greatly be changed.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, if I think they missed the ball when they were like trying to make that movie, and they might have rushed it. I looked it up, and they only made like 40 mil off of that movie.
Sure.
So for a franchise that's been around for 28 years now, right?
Yeah.
Like there should be a way to draw in people of every age group in the past 30 years, because we grew up with it, my brother grew up with it, and then like kids nowadays are like growing up with it. So there should definitely be a way to draw in like huge numbers of crowds, but for some reason that movie was not able to do it in the first place. So I definitely would want to see how they're going to go about the story. I do like the idea of time traveling, and like I said before, you definitely need David Frank in there, because if not, then it's not really like Power Rangers to me, in my opinion, because he is the pinnacle Power Ranger. So I'm definitely for it. I definitely want to see what they do. I definitely want them to make a decent story.
Sure.
I definitely think they had the idea, but they didn't execute the idea with the 2017 one.
See, the thing so Tristan, her and I saw the movie together, and she said that she really liked the movie. She liked the movie all the way up until the point where they morphed, like in the full suits, and they were fighting in the town. Like, yeah, that seemed a little rushed, the ending, and it did get campy. But I mean, it's the Power Rangers, right? You have to have some camp in there.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I think that's the point of it, right? Like, it's very, but like I think they have to hit on the nostalgia thing and definitely go with, I don't know. They just missed the ball for me on that one.
Yeah.
I was like, I watched it because as someone who grew up on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I love that. But it's like it disappointed me a little bit. Like, I like the campiness of it. I like the cheesiness of it. I think they have to play off of that. Like, honestly, like if you go back and watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it's very cheesy and very.
Oh yeah. Do you have
it's
this?
Very cringy, but I love it at the same time.
So,
I think that's the appeal of it.
Do you have us pulled up on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are you looking and watching what I have going on?
I have it right now. I can see your face and my face.
Okay, well, I've been.
Now I see the clips of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep saying Pokemon. But
It's that type of day, man.
It is that type of day. But like, I like this. Like, it's like the campiness of it. Like, it should be cheesy. Like, I like how like it was like these little random animations and stuff. Like, I think they need to draw on that like a little bit and like exaggerate it to the point where it's like, I don't know. I just feel like that's probably would get it, because maybe I think like some people had a problem with it. Like my brother, who's a huge Power Rangers nerd too. Like he was very disappointed with the costume, the like the suits. He was like, that doesn't look like Power Rangers, it looks like aliens. And I get like that's what they were trying to go with.
It also felt like Iron Man a little bit too as well.
Yeah, a little bit. And it just seemed like it was too far from what we knew originally. And I think that's what kind of affected people too. Because it had affected me. I was like, that's what they're wearing. I was like, okay. I was like, I like the the dumb spandex, like, and
yeah.
like the plastic helmet. Like, it doesn't need to be like extravagant. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I liked it.
I know. I think, but it's like I think like they were trying to they had to keep some things. I think if they had like, I think they could have made it to like it would have hit both points. Like trying to bring it into a new age, like modernism, but I think they still need to hit some of the old campiness, very like nostalgia. Like I wanted like that fight scene to be like drawn out and like, you know, be dumb, like have them flip for no reason.
Yeah. I think the problem was. I think the problem was with that movie is they didn't set it in the 90s. If they would have set it in the 90s, I feel, and had that 90s nostalgia, granted, yes, with the updated suits, but set in the 90s, it would have made more sense, and I feel like it really would have, captured people's attentions a little bit better, and I really think they would have enjoyed it a little bit better, too, as well.
Like I think I would like to see them if they were gonna do like the time travel thing. I want them to like try and really like try and build the stories so that they make sense and they connect, and it's not just like jumping around for like just to try and hit like different points of all the different Ranger shows. Like I feel like that would be bad if they try and do that and be like, oh, let's hit every single one. Like you don't have to. Like you can have subtle nods to it. And definitely go back to the major ones. Definitely want to see you go back to right there. Definitely let's go back to like Mighty Morphin, where we see like some of this cheesiness where all those like look at those outfits. Like that's great. I love Billy's outfit right there.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to see this like and like bring some of this back and like this is like the nostalgia that I remember. It's just like this is like Power Rangers to me. Like cheesiness. Like it's great though.
Yeah. We definitely need Jason David Frank to come back. Also, too, as well, I know his daughter, Jenna Frank, was in talks of doing a Power Rangers, what do you call it, show or movie. I don't know. I think he was trying to get her involved because I know for a minute she was trying to be in Power Rangers. So I'm wondering, kind of off topic, I'm wondering if Russell is going to join in because he's asking if we're doing a show, and so he might pop in. I don't know. Mavy, did you really... Don't eat that.
I'm a fan. I would like to see what they're gonna do. I want them to definitely do a lot of fan service. I definitely want to see, cheesy stuff. Let me get Rita because Rita's like the ultimate. Yeah, let me get Rita. Rita's like the ultimate like bad. Like I want to see all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw like the Umbrella Academy, like the season 2 trailer, where they're like jumping back in time. Like, I want to see like if they're gonna jump back in time, I want to see it to be like that, like legit like storytelling and not just them jumping around for shits and giggles. Like, build the story around them. If that's what they're gonna do, then definitely build a story around it and make sure it's legit. Because I think that's where. I think that's probably what my problem is with the other one. Like, I didn't like the story. Like, it just felt, like, forced. That it's just like, okay, these 5 kids, like, like, Breakfast Club and Power Rangers is what I felt like when I watched that movie. Like, these 5 unlikely kids, like, they fall in this hole and find these coins, and now they're Power Rangers. I'm like, oh, okay, that's... It's such like every story nowadays. It's just like that. Like
we just had a comment. Death Trout says Pink Ranger was Bae. Yes,
she
Kimberly.
was Bae. Agreed.
Oh, Kimberly, she was Bae.
Kimberly was Bae. It's my first crush.
Yeah.
No, my first crush was Jessica Rabbit. Let's be honest.
My first crush was Carrie Fisher.
True.
That's
Can't go wrong with Carrie Fisher.
that's my first crush. Jesus.
my first brother.
All right. So I really don't have anything else because I was just expecting it to be me today and then kind of just.
I have a few things that we could talk about. Have you seen anything about the Uncharted movie? Are you interested in that? Because I'm interested in seeing where they're going to take it. Because Uncharted games are fantastic on their own.
They were.
And I'm also like interested in like seeing the story play out. And plus Tom Holland's in there.
Yeah.
And I believe Chris Pratt is the other person.
Is he?
So is it Chris Pratt or is it someone else? I think it's someone else. Uncharted movie. Let's see.
I don't think it's Chris Pratt. I thought it was like Wahlberg. Well.
Oh yeah, it's Wahlberg. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing that dynamic and definitely seeing that movie. I definitely think Tom Holland could definitely play good in that movie.
But it's like.
He's definitely babyface for that role, though.
Here's the thing: let's not oversaturate the market with Tom Holland. That's where I'm at right now. Like, let's.
True.
It's kind of he's Spider-Man right now. We don't need him to be in every little thing and kind of overdo it with Tom Holland. So.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm eating my stuff right now. Night.
I'll let you know tomorrow morning.
All right. Yeah. Let me know if you want to go to Taco Bell. All right. Do you see that Kill Bill? They want Zendaya for Kill Bill 3.
I heard about that.
That'd be interesting too.
It would be. I don't know how I feel about that, but it would
I think
be
that
interesting.
I agree with you though that they're like oversaturating like the market with all these young kids. Like I don't know. Me. I'm definitely want to see. I'm definitely gonna go see that movie though when it comes out. It
Right.
should be interesting.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I saw, but I can't find it now. Solid.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's all I saw. I can't find the last one.
Okay, that's fine. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna head out for today. I know it's late. We've only been on for 30 minutes, but I promise we'll be back to our normal programming time, and we'll bring more content and more discussion, like always. But I just needed to come back to let you know we're still here, so that's always good. Gabe, before we leave, do you have anything you need to project out there into the interwebs?
No.
Oh.
Don't be a shitty human being. Treat everybody with respect.
I dig it. I
A
agree.
hot take.
All right, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.